Welcome to Tammy's Timeless Tales. Today I want to talk to you about art therapy. So, with art therapy, there's a variety of types of art that you can use. Just to give you some examples here, see if I could simply swap my camera. Will it not let me swap while it's recording? Okay, well, I'll just hold it up then. Fine. All right. So I'll just do this. So I'll start with some clay. So you can do clay. I made this out of clay and painted it. That's a one form of art you could do. You could make like a bowl. You could do a bowl. This particular bowl, what we did was we took just a blank white bowl and we broke it. We just took a little hammer to it. And when we did that, what you do is you think about the pain and all the bad things in your life and you smash them. And then what you do is you take this and you write words on it. So I'll give you some knife at bus stop is on here, and it's a big piece because it's a big piece of something bad that happened to me. Bullies is on here. Giving up on is on here because my sperm donor father gave me up. Being molested is on here. Someone didn't come to my wedding and it upset me a lot. And so that's on here. Shotgun is on here. And I'll explain that later. Gun punch is on here. Divorce is on here. Just words, bad words that were said. And goat. I'll explain the goat one. When I was little, I was supposed to clean my room and vacuum. And I did do that. But it was not good enough for my stepdad. And he said, there's little balls on the floor. Pick them up and get on all fours and pick them up. And he said, baa like a goat. And so that was a very shameful thing. It hurt me a lot. So that's part of this. So then after you have wrote on here the things that hurt you on the pieces, then you glue them together and glue the bowl back together. And then you take glitter glue and you go in the cracks of it. Now the reason you're doing this is when you make this bowl, it's useful. It's something that you can use. But you've also made the things that are bad beautiful. So you paint it and make it pretty, what you consider pretty. And it's part of your life. It's part of who you are, but it can be pretty. You can be okay. You can piece yourself together again. So I encourage you to try this. It's a neat art to do. Very empowering kind of situation. I'm going to share a harder piece with you guys that really did help me a lot. So I'm going to hold it up. All right, so I made this wider. I should have already had it like that anyways. So here's the piece of art. See if I can let you look at it for a minute. Okay, so bring it in here. All right, I'm going to explain this piece to you. So what I do, the type of art that I enjoy doing is taking like magazine pieces. This is from a magazine, and these are from a magazine as well. And using them and painting with them. So let me explain this piece to you. So this is my stepdad, and this is what I feel controls him. And this is our family. It's the reason it's a circus is on the outside our family might seem all good and cool, but on the inside it's rather dark. And this represents my mom. She's gagged because she don't speak out about things, and she doesn't stand up to things, and she's bound because she's stuck in this situation. And we've lost people, as far as like people came and gone out of the lives because of the actions of people in my family. And over here, see if you can see, I'll zoom in better. This right here, this little girl is me. And if you look close, you can see her face is kind of pulled off. And I feel like because of the abuse and things that happen in my family, it made me disconnect from myself. And I didn't know who I was. And this is symbolic of my brother. And he's holding a gun because my dad was really angry one day and came in. Me and my brother shared a room. And my dad started throwing TV and stuff around and was very angry. And my brother was scared. And so he pulled a gun on my dad. And my dad hit him in the nose. His nose started bleeding. And I was really little, but I remember this like it was yesterday. And it was very impacting on me. And inside this chamber, this cage, there's all these little hands. There's a little dark figure in here too. And that's just like the darkness and all the bad things that are inside with me and my brother. We felt trapped. My brother did get out. When he was about 16, he got kicked out of the house. And then I was left in there. And I still have pieces of me that are in the cage that I'm bringing out. But, yeah. So, that's that. That was a hard one. Here's another one I did. This is me and my sister, representative of us. It doesn't really look like us that much, but there was a time when my dad had us exercising, which exercise is great and everything, but he had us stand up against the wall for like an hour or so with all our arms and legs up flat against the wall. And it was very painful because we both had back issues. He thought that it would fix the curve in our spine by doing that. Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but it was a very painful thing. And we were both asked, could we get off the wall? And he was like, no. But it's a painful memory for me. So I drew that to kind of release it. And when you do this, there is a little release. You feel like a little release when you do this. Now, not everything you do when you do art therapy is negative. You do positive stuff as well. Another thing that you can do, let me fix this camera, is a happy place. So This is my happy place. Let me move that back. This is my happy place. So it's got like a waterfall. I took different pictures from magazines and just collaged them together. And let's see if I can show you. There's a fountain and little twinkly lights and a tree and some roses and a pond. I like campfires, so there's a campfire, and that ring is symbolic of my marriage. It makes me happy, and just so this is my happy place. So if you do one of these kind of pictures, what you do is when you start feeling like sad or having anxiety or PTSD, you get this and you look at it and you try to think about your happy place. So it kind of helps bring you back from that negative. Hey, the last thing I want to talk about, I changed seating. My back was hurting, so I had to change my seating out. Well, there's a couple more things actually. Another art form, which some people don't consider art, but I do, is poetry. So you can actually write some poems. I'm going to read a poem to you that I wrote. It's called Image. My image broke into millions of pieces. The pieces were identical in size and shape. As I was cleaning up the pieces, my image I did not see, for I was not on this earth, but somewhere in between. As time warped back, the pieces came together, but in a different form. Looking in the mirror, surprised at what I saw, a beautiful woman with no cracks at all. So, this is kind of like about my life and how I've been broke and trying to scrape up the pieces, and they're all different types of pieces. And the spirit side of my life, my beliefs, the somewhere in between. And then time warping back is thinking back on those things and trying to look at them in a different light and a positive light. And then I do want to be a beautiful woman that has no cracks, that all those cracks have been repaired, and that's my goal kind of in life. Then we have one other poem I'll share with you. I have more than this, but this is all I'm going to share for this particular video I'm doing, just to give you examples. Madness. Madness is all around us. Murderers and beasts. They roar and explode like a mighty volcano. Devils don't mind the madness, but the madness has to stop. They jeer and make fun and always love to mock. Inside I hold my madness, sadness, anger, and fears. Don't let anyone see my crocodile tears. Devils don't mind the madness, but the madness has to stop. So this is something you could do too. So if you don't want to do clay or the bowl thing, or you don't want to do magazine stuff, or you don't want to draw, you could write. That's another option. And then the last one I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to go into super duper details because I'm going to use a separate video to do that. But what this is a journal, an art journal. And it's going to be mirrored. Boo. Okay. Well, anyways. Tammy's Life Healing Journal. Believe in yourself. So basically this has art in it. It has different art in it that I've done. And what you do, this right here, this particular one is a cookbook. An old cookbook. And the reason it is a cookbook because I'm dealing with an eating disorder. So my issue's eating. So we're going to cover over this book with our feelings and things we might be going through. However we're feeling that day, it's going to go in the book. So you got an old book get an old book, yard sale or something, or something, someone's wanting to throw away. If you don't have eating problems, maybe you have a drinking problem. You could get a book or something that talks about alcohol. If you have, whatever your issue is, you can find a related topic book to make your journal out of. Now, if you don't want to do that, or maybe you have a problem damaging a book, you can just use a binder and just start with blank pages, and do your art on that. So there's lots of ways to get this goal. In a separate video, I will go over some of the things in my journal. That'll be coming in another video. So there's all types of things that you can do for therapy and to help you feel better if you're down. Another thing, if you play music, that's a type of art. You can play instrument. You can sing. I also like to sing. Sometimes if I am, there's times when I've been in a lot of pain, because I struggle with pain a lot. Sometimes at night, I'll sing, and it kind of helps my mind go to a happier place. So anything that helps take your mind off of what you're feeling, that situation that's negative, whether it be you have a lot of pain or maybe you're in an abusive situation, I do pray that you would seek help for that situation to get out of it. But if you are stuck in it in that moment, use some of this to help you. If you have been abused, and there's pain you're dealing with from your past, put it on paper. Get the best thing you could do to heal yourself of anything negative in your life that's happened in the past or the present is to get it out of you. So if you can't do any of these things that I showed you today, tell somebody, talk to someone, because that's the way to get it out too. So if you can't do art or don't want to do art, at least find someone that you trust that you can talk to about the feelings you have inside. Do not bottle up the feelings, because in the end, all it is it makes you sick. It can make you physically sick. It could be like me, make you gain weight, and have eating disorders. So deal with it. I know it's hard. Some of the stuff I shared with you guys it was hard for me to go, I don't want to put this together, but the Spirit was telling me to do it. So, getting it out of you. It's like you got a bunch of tar in you, and it's building up and building up, and it's sticky and gross. And if you pull that out, you'll be much healthier and much better. And if you just get it out of you, clean out your house. Your house. And once you do that, then you want to start putting positive things in. You want to be around positive people. Maybe you have to make some changes in your life that are rough. Maybe there's some toxic people in your life that are putting junk into you. Maybe they're speaking junk over you. Maybe they're very negative or a bully even. You might have to cut them out of your life. Pray about it. Think about it. If you don't pray, just, think about it. And, sometimes we have to get rid of the toxic stuff in our life. But once you get rid of that, replace it. Find someone that's supportive. Find someone that believes similar to you, that will listen to you and care for you or like you for who you are. you know, just reach out to someone. If you don't got someone to reach out to, message me on YouTube and I'll contact you. Um, you know, everybody needs to be able to vent to someone. It's important. And I believe in art therapy. I believe in trying to get the stuff inside of you to come out so that you can be healthier. Another thing you can do, I do have some kinetic sand. I don't know where it's at momentarily because I haven't used it for a second. You can play with things to help you too, toys or whatnot. But yeah, so tons of things you can do to help yourself feel better, be positive, speak affirmations over yourself. You can tape things to your mirror in the bathroom that are positive, that when you see them, they help you, help you be more positive during the day. Maybe it's the first thing you see in the morning. And one thing you might want to do every day, say to yourself, for me, it would be Tammy, but for you, it would be another name. Tammy, I love you. So, right now, where you're at, nobody's around. If they're around, who cares? Tell yourself, say whatever your name is, blank, I love you. And mean it. Love yourself. I'm going to end this video on that. Love yourself today. Love yourself every day. Tell yourself, I love you. Y'all have a great day, and I will have another video out soon.